Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Chris here. Tuesday night, 7 p.m.-ish. Sorry, I'm a little late. Better late than never. So I am coming on tonight to talk about Copaiba or Copaiba. Not sure how you say it, but I always say Copaiba, and Copaiba Vitality. So these are starter kit oils for the international market. They used to be for the US market, which is how I actually started with Copaiba, using Copaiba. But it is a pretty amazing oil, and I'm so glad it came in my starter kit, but it's all right if you're in the US. Guess what? You can certainly buy it and put it on your Essential Rewards order, and so you don't have to be without it, and it complements almost every single oil in your starter kit, which is amazing. So the official Latin name is Copaifera officinalis, and it is a resin that has been used by indigenous tribes for so long, right? For a long time, and traditionally used to help support our natural response to irritation and support so many of our body's systems. So this is really why it's so important, because there's so many systems that it helps with. Now, in some research and medicine circles, Copaiba is compared oftentimes to CBD oil. And I just happen to have one of Nature's Ultra, the Cool Mint CBD, because of this aspect of what it does with the receptors in the body. And if you don't know about CBD, I'm going to put a description to the class I did on CBD, which will explain all of this. There's no THC in either the Nature's Ultra oil or the Copaiba, but how it acts in the body, it really helps with homeostasis, which is why it helps with so many of the body systems. So I don't want to go too much into that, but I do want to mention it. Now, one of the reasons why this is so important for helping with our body's natural response to inflammation is that this is one of the oils that contains the highest amount of something called beta caryophyllene, and this is one of the chemical constituents. Copaiba has 50% beta caryophyllene, and it's been extensively studied for its ability to modulate our response to irritation, which our response to irritation is usually inflammation. So we actually need a little bit of inflammation. It starts a whole healing process, but it's only when inflammation goes out of control that it becomes a problem. So that's where Copaiba can come in and help support your body's system so there's enough at the appropriate time, and then your body can move on to the healing aspect. So this is also can be soothing and relaxing, and yet uplifting. It's got kind of a woody aroma to it. It's actually really kind of nice. It's almost like a little bit smoky. I really, really like the scent of this. Emotionally, it can help you see what's going on with what you need to do to clear out your emotional system. It's great for helping to combat stress, whether it be work or home. It helps with grounding, and it helps us stay in the moment to deal with whatever we have to deal with, rather than projecting and thinking about what's already happened or what's going to happen in the future. And one of the really great things about Copaiba is that it works synergistically with other oils. So when you layer it with other oils, it's going to help the action of that other oil, whatever it does. And sometimes it can also be used when you layer it with other oils to drive the action deeper into your body physically. So this is certainly something that you can apply topically. So we know from this bottle here, this can be used for aromatic use and topical use. This bottle here with the white label for the US market is a vitality oil. Europe, it's the Plus system, and in New Zealand, they have the culinary system. But really what this tells us is that the oil is the same inside, same oil, but we know from this label that it can be ingested. So you can put a few drops in a capsule with some olive oil or coconut oil or something like that. You can add other additional essential oils to it if you want a synergistic effect. You can put it in warm water for a tea or apply it to a tea bag or whatever favorite beverage. You can add it to your ningxia if you want to. You could add it to smoothies. You can add it anywhere that you want to enhance some of the properties that we're going to talk about. Because taken internally, Copaiba Vitality will help support your health of your cardiovascular system, the immune system, digestive system, nervous system, as well as that healthy inflammatory response that I just talked about. So let's talk a little bit in general about how this can help with natural pain relief. Now, this is everyday sort of minor issues going on, nothing major, just for that everyday support, right? Believe it or not, they have found in research that I have to look at this because it's the Copaiba exhibits anti-nociceptive properties. Nociceptive are pain pathways in the body. So it's a nervous system modulated response. So what this does is anti-nociceptive, meaning it's blocking that nerve signal that's sending pain messages up to your brain. I think hopefully that makes sense. So you can use this anywhere that you're having discomfort. You can add it to a carrier oil and apply it to that area. Or you can do things like put it into Epsom salts along with maybe some Panaway, and then you can have a bath and help with this aspect. Or you can put some Panaway and Copaiba in a carrier oil and apply it to the area that you're having discomfort. You can even add in a little bit of peppermint and support your muscles that way if you're having issues with your muscles or joints. So you see what you can do with this in this aspect of layering it and using it with other oils to help magnify the effects. Another great way to use this oil is in babies who have teething pain. So you can use Copaiba on the outside of the jaw in a carrier oil, some coconut oil or something like that, 1 or 2 drops and a little bit of carrier oil. You can also use the Vitality with a carrier oil, coconut, olive, almond, avocado, whatever edible oil you want to rub on their gums. And if you rub on their gums, that's going to help with this nociceptive or anti-nociceptive natural pain relief. Now, you could also add a little toothpick full of clove Vitality, and that has a numbing effect on the gums as well. And my suggestion always is once you mix it up, try a little bit on your gums and see and make sure it's not too strong, because if it's too strong for you, it's going to be too strong for the baby. But this can help them with what's going on with their teething. Very interesting too, with the research, there was a study done that looked at Copaiba oil resin And besides having that, the inflammation support, there was also neuroprotective benefits. What that means, neuro is the brain and the nervous system. Benefits following acute, intense reactions with things like strokes and brain and spinal cord trauma. So this is more big time, but this is a research study showing that this is actually protective of the nervous system. So, I just think about in the day-to-day world, if we can, hopefully we're not having such a big thing happen in our life, but just helping with our nervous system function and supporting it using Copaiba for our day-to-day. Another way to use this topically to help promote our healthy teeth and gums is to use it in we can use it in the mouthwash or the toothpaste, and maybe with a little drop of Thieves or a little drop of Peppermint to really help with reducing issues that happen in the mouth, like sores and swelling, infections, cavities, things like this. So you can also, if you happen to be coconut oil pulling, you can use a drop of Copaiba as well. So there was a study done that talks about the effect of Copaiba on a certain type of bacteria strain that we know causes tooth decay and cavities. So this is why it can be so effective. And by the way, I will put all the links to the research in the description if you want to take a look. All right, another way you can use Copaiba is for its skin clearing benefits. So you can add a drop of Copaiba to your DIY or one of the Young Living the Art Toner, or you can add it to one of your Young Living face moisturizers or a DIY serum to help with clear skin. And super great way to help support the skin and not have to use those toxic other things out there. All right, so we talked about how this has a calming effect on the nervous system. So you can help support your natural reactions to what's going on with stress and anxiety. You can diffuse it, you can apply it, you can make a perfume with it. But you can have a bath with it. So all these great ways for helping with stress and anxiety, which will also help with sleep support and also helping in the bedroom with setting the mood, so to speak, since stress is the biggest mood killer around. Some great combinations might be combining Copaiba with Idaho blue spruce, or ylang-ylang, or even lavender if you want to help with sleep as well. All right, I have seen some people say they add a drop to their coffee, or some herbal teas like chamomile or rooibos. They sometimes will even just drop it in water. So these are all ways to try it. And it also, if you're diffusing it, blends well with cedarwood, rose, lemon, orange, clary sage, jasmine, vanilla, and again, ylang-ylang. So another great thing you can do is to help balance out your emotions and your heart chakra. So you can help with opening up the heart chakra by applying Copaiba to your heart, and that's going to help make you with balancing your connection to others and sort of seeing their point of view and walking in their shoes so that you can have better relationships. And you can also add it to your spiritual practice, diffusing it or applying it topically for meditation and yoga, just to bring you into focus, into the moment, because of its grounding and balancing properties. There's a lot to say about Copaiba. We're almost there. This, you can also use it to help calm pets. Be careful with cats. I'm not so sure about cats, but for sure, dogs. Copaiba pets love Copaiba. It's really mild. It's great to use when animals are stressed and fearful. You can put a little bit on their bedding. You can make a spray or put it in a diffuser, or just put a little bit on your hands and stroke your pet. From what I understand, in the Brazilian jungle where they grow Copaiba, animals, I think especially like wild boars or something like that, will knock down a Copaiba tree to get to the resin because they love it so much. This is what I hear. You can support your gut using 2 drops of Copaiba Vitality with 1 drop of Di-Gize from your starter kit into a veggie cap. You can help support your urinary tract by taking a drop of Copaiba in a veggie cap, or you can apply it topically in some oil over that area. I even read there is a way to help prevent tick bites. So this was a study that was published in the Journal of Essential Oil Research, and they suggest that it might be a viable alternative to highly toxic pesticides and insecticides used on both people and animals as a method to prevent tick bites. So that might be something to consider if you're in an area high with ticks, or if you're in forest or hiking or something like that, just to maybe add it to your repertoire of what you're doing to help prevent tick bites, because Lyme disease is just rampant. It's not just in one section of the world. It's really worldwide now. All right. You can use it in your diffuser to help support your respiratory system, or you can add it to the Thieves balm that they make, or you can just put it in a little coconut oil and put it on your chest. Or you might even add a little bit of Raven or RC, depending on what came in your kit, to help support your lungs. So many ways to use our Copaiba. Another great way for the stress support is either to add a drop or 2 to stress away and apply or diffuse, or peace and calming. So I think I've talked about almost every single oil in the starter kit. All right, that is about it. So to kind of recap, Copaiba supports most of the systems in the body, and it also is going to help ease minor discomforts. It's going to help support your body's natural response to injury, support your cellular health, help with managing stress and sleep, and your emotions. So that is Copaiba in a nutshell. I hope that you, if you've got Copaiba in your starter kit, I hope you get that out and use it if you have had no idea what this was. And if it hasn't come in your starter kit, get this on your Essential Rewards order. This should be in everybody's wellness toolkit. All right, everybody, have a great week. I will see you next week. And also, it's now the season of Leo. I will repost, or if you search, you're going to see my Zodiac series and the season of Leo, but you might want to check that out because I did the full year of the Zodiac and finished up last month, but all the information is still applicable. All right, have a great week. See you next week, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And if you don't watch it live, you can catch the replay anytime after. Bye now.